Hey guys, it's Katie. Thanks for stopping by another video. Today we're just going to do a shop my stash, get ready with me. I have a few new things scattered throughout here to try on camera with you. And I'm going to try I don't want to make this a too long video, but I do want to give just a very brief, to the point cancer update, because I am still on that journey, unfortunately, and it affects every part of my life. So we're just going to get started. The first thing I'm going to use is my L'Oreal Lumi Lotion. I have the shade 902 Light, and the other day I tried my Becca Backlight primer, and I didn't think it gave as much like glow as I wanted it to. So I'm going to start with this. Already liking the glow. I'm going to add a little more. So my cancer journey. Basically what happened is last summer I decided to go off my like IV chemo regimen and gamble with an oral medicine, because it just gave me a better quality of life rather than going and getting chemo all the time. Okay, I like this. For foundation, I have a lot of L'Oreal products. Didn't do it on purpose. I just have neglected some. The L'Oreal Age Perfect Serum Foundation. I have the shade 15 Rose Ivory. Do I have snot hanging down? So I'm taking a Lumi primer and a Radiant foundation. We'll see how this works, but I've been really into lighter coverage, as a lot of people. We've started, oh, this needs shaken up. We've started focusing on our skincare and realized if our skin's doing good, then our makeup's gonna look good and we don't have to wear as much. So anyway, the first oral medication I tried didn't work. It didn't stop my tumors from growing, unfortunately. So I went on to a different oral medication, and that one didn't work either. Actually, really unfortunately, I'm just mixing a deeper shade into that foundation because it really is really light. And this one might be too dark. Basically, on that second oral medication I tried, oh gosh, a new tumor formed in my ocular cavity behind my eyes. So I had to immediately start radiation, and then go back to my kind of normal, tried and true chemo routine, which was the IV chemo 5 days a week, every 3 to 4 weeks. And I have been on that ever since. However, if you have been here since the very beginning, my original diagnosis was sarcoma in my pelvis, and they had to remove the left side of my pelvis, making it unable for me to walk without some sort of assistance. That was four years ago. Gosh, I'm so not used to wearing like foundation, because I just don't with masks and quarantining. I don't know if any of you are like this. I am so used, because I truly have been in quarantine the last 13, 15 months, because when lockdown started, I was going through chemo. I was a very, very at-risk person for the virus. I still am. So although I'm vaccinated, we don't know how well vaccines work on people with compromised immune systems, which is me. So we are still very much wearing masks, very much only letting our small bubble of family around us who have been vaccinated as well. Anyway, so the point is, I'm really not used to seeing like stuff on my face because throughout all of quarantine, nothing was on my face. The only place I went was to get chemo, and I had a hat on and a mask. So I'm not used to seeing foundation on my face. Maybe this is what it's supposed to look like. Okay, we are going on with concealer, and the old man on campus, big man on campus, the oldest concealer I have is the Maybelline Fit Me, and this is the shade Light. I don't know how I feel about this concealer anymore, but it is what it is. I'm going to try to use it. Anyway, I just a month ago had a rather big surgery that I've been waiting for all these 4.5 years, and I had to help me walk again. It's like part 1 of a 2-part surgery. To help me walk again, I had a 15-inch metal rod placed in my left femur, and that rod gradually every day extends just a little bit and makes my leg extend, because when they took my pelvis out, it made my leg shorter. And so to help with all that, now they have put a rod in my leg that slowly extends over time as to not cause any damage to like your vessels, your muscles, tendons, all that. So that's the process I'm in right now. I'm still undergoing chemotherapy, and hopefully by the end of this calendar year, I'll be able to have my pelvis officially replaced. Like, they're going to mirror my right pelvis, make a 3D steel titanium model of my left one, and screw it in there. So that will hopefully put me as back to normal as I can be, and a 1 step closer to living a normal life. That concealer isn't bad. So that's kind of the gist of my cancer update. If you're a praying person and would like to pray some prayers that I somehow my cancer remains stable or goes into remission, or I can get on some chemo that's less aggressive but still effective, I don't know, just pray for new treatments, pray for health, pray that I can go back to living a normal life. Anyway, that's all I want to say about that. We'll get back to the makeup. Because I'm bougie, I'm going to use 2 bronzers. One is the Milk Bronzing Stick. I'm sure you've seen this around somewhere. Just gonna bronze up. Over that bronzer, because this is new, is I have wanted this for years, guys, and I finally got it. The L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It in the shade Light. I pretty much love anything and everything that's in L'Oreal's Lumi line. Their regular foundation, their Lumi foundation, their Lumi Lotion, their Lumi bronzer. It's more on the neutral side of bronzers, and it just has a slight sheen to it, and I'm all about that. The more glow on my face, the better. Chemo, oh gosh, that was a lot. Chemo tends to also dry out my face. So I'm just constantly putting anything and everything moisturizing on it. Hey, should I do blush or highlight next? I think I'm going to do blush. This is also new. This is the NYX Sweet Cheeks Cheek Tint. So I'm obviously all about the cream and liquid and serum blushes and all of that. This is very pigmented, so you just need a teeny bit. But I like blush. I like when you can see my blush. I don't know, I think it helps my face. Oh boy, can you see that? Oh boy. The only thing I don't love about this NYX thing, because it's pigmented, it's easy to blend, easy to work with, looks great over top of your foundation and everything. The only thing is I wish it had more of a satin kind of glowy finish, because I feel like if we are out there wanting to buy a liquid cream blush, whatever, odds are we're looking for something to be glowy, and this is kind of matte. But I love the formula otherwise. Like, I just wish it was the same exact thing except a little more dewy on your face. Which brings me to the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Flexitarian highlight right here. I don't like blinding highlights. Like, I like just a little drop of dew on my cheek, but with cream highlights or liquid highlights, my main focus is just blending it in really well so there's no defined line where it stops. I feel like that's more obvious with cream products if you don't blend them well. I do put it down the bridge, a little bit on my chin, a little in the center. Okay, so that's the highlight for now. I'm going to use a product that is just, it's good, it's just time consuming, and that is the Covergirl Brow Pomade. I think it's soft brown, but it just says shade 710. Your girl's brows have taken a beating with chemo. So I never used to do brows, and now I like pretty much have to because chemo takes them. Finish my brows with the spoolie. I will never be a brow queen. That's just, I want to go back to the days where I just didn't do them. Okay, and after brows, we're ready to go on to the eyes, aren't we? I have a specific eye look in mind. Whenever I see an eye look on Pinterest or Instagram or something, I just save it to my camera roll. And the one I have for today is a very pastel, summery, light pink on top, lilac-y, light purple on bottom. Obviously, I'm not going to look as snatched as that because I just can't look snatched. But I have actually brought out my single shadows to try and do that. Some of them on this pink shade right here. It's from an old, you know what, I may even spray my brush. It's from an old Urban Decay Vice 2 palette. I'm gonna flip that shader brush over and add a little bit of like a pinky gold shade just in the center. Start with the color Fault Line right here by ColourPop. You know what, I might as well spray that brush too. I think I want to lighten up that purple on the bottom just a bit. with the shade Bikini in my Violet Voss Flamingo palette. This is the eye look. I am going to clean up the eye area a little bit, probably put some liner and mascara on, which is nothing I need to show, and then I will be back for the lips. Okay, we're back, and I have liner and mascara on, and kind of fixed up the brows a little bit. So for lips, so I was going back to the picture and seeing what she had on, and she has a bit of a baby doll pink going on, but a little bit deeper around the outsides. I think I'm going to go in first with Beeper by ColourPop, which is this shade right here, and line my lips quick. I'm filling in the sides a bit. Let's see here. I have two shades. I have a lipstick by Milk Makeup in the shade Hype. And then I actually pulled out a NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Peaches and Cream here, which they are very different shades, but I kind of want to go with the bright one. Do I put, you know what, we're going with the bright one. Not even asking, just doing it. I kind of like it. I love NYX Butter Glosses for mixing, kind of as the topper shade, whether it's over a very contrasting lip liner or lipstick or brightening the center of your lips, doing an ombre, whatever. I love the Butter Glosses for mixing things up. Let me bring you in a bit for the final look. Okay. Very up close, but this is the final look. The pink on the upper lid, the lavender on the bottom, and a little bit of highlight in the center. A very pinky peach lip color, but somehow I do think it goes with the eyes, especially since I put that little bit of like a pinky coral in the center. I like this for like a spring summer look. Okay, thanks for watching this video, guys, and hopefully you'll be back for another. Bye.